Well, howdy, 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 Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this, another brand new day. Yes, indeed, a brand new day. And, of course, because it's a brand new day, the Shelton, Washington weather report. Definitely a thumbs up. Now, the other night was once again shoved into my head with a spike that, in a good way, that those old wives' tales stuff about weather and such are really, really good. Remember, when high clouds and low clouds do not march together, prepare for a blow and a change in the weather. So when you've got two layers of clouds working differently, it's either, if it's semi-clear, it's going to get cloudy, and if it's cloudy, it's going to clear up. Red sky at night, sailors delight. Red sky in the morning, sailors take warning. The night before yesterday, I saw that there was a nice red sunset. And then the next day, yesterday, beautiful day. So, thumbs up. And it's, I can't tell because there's mountains. I mean, it's light outside, so I don't know if it's sunny or cloudy. I think it's kind of grayish. So, thumbs up for that. But anyway, weather is just local. Global climate climate is more global. So, thumbs up. Anyway, though, I also wanted to say that as much as some things are returning to normal, there's now toilet paper on the shelves all the time at Safeway. Not a ton. I mean, the shelves are effectively this big. That's like half of an aisle. Oh no, third of an aisle, and then now there's only about this much that stays there, and then the rest of it's empty, but it's there. And I mentioned how for the past 2 months I've gone through one bottle of rubbing alcohol, and I've only got this amount left on this bottle because I've had to be so careful with it because there's just been no rubbing alcohol anywhere. Went there yesterday, the day before, can't remember which. On the shelves, rubbing alcohol. So some of the things are starting to come back as we leave the environment. The alcohol is kind of starting to come back to the cities. We are the virus. Thumbs up for that. Now, of course, things are rough and scary. I mean, I went out walkies last night. And I understand people are anxious, really, really anxious. Some people are anxious, some people are conspiracy-minded and not, and they should be. But remember, just don't be anxious. Just be careful and as cautious as you possibly can. Practice as much safe stuff as you can. Don't be anxious. Just do your best. That's all you can do. I mean, I've been watching videos like I watched Fact Fiend with Carl Smallwood, and he's got a whole group of people that he would normally record with. And they record about a month ahead, and so they finally run out of pre-recorded videos. And they're now doing the We're in Quarantine videos. And it's a big change, but everybody that's talking the videos, they're glad to be staying home because they're worried. And I get worried. I go out. I mean, even when I'm putting on my mask and I'm out, I'm the only one outside of stores, I'm the only person I see wearing a mask. Because when I'm around people, if I get downtown and there's people around, I got my mask on. But I'm the only one. And when I go into stores like Safeway, there's like maybe 1 in 20 people is wearing a mask. So at least there's some. I mean, not counting the employees. They all do. They're taking it as seriously as they can. Most of them, because you still see people running around with the pulled down and then just exposing their nose. Life is life. Life is life. So, that's the way life is. I don't know how else to say that one. So I'm going to lead off into something not quite as depressing. And this one is actually kind of amusing. I had mentioned before, yesterday or the day before, I can't remember which, there's this one fellow called Sandy Peterson who has been, he started off, as much as I can tell from listening to him, and I grew up playing the games that he designed, where he did paper and pencil role-playing games like Call of Cthulhu and RuneQuest and all of these things he helped design. And it was really, really cool. But he was telling stories that I was watching again on his videos of times when he worked at Chaosium. Now, I could tell at this point that there was a little bit of, maybe not intentional, possibly intentional changes to memory going on, because memory is weird. It is not simple and static. When you remember something, how you feel at the time when you remember it and what's going on in your life colors it, because it doesn't just, oh, I'm going to look at a copy of the memory. No, it takes the whole memory out. And as you remember it, it gets altered, and then that gets stored. So memories change over time. In fact, the more you think of something, the less of an accurate memory it is. So thumbs up. But he was talking about his times at Chaosium, and he was talking about how they never really became big because they liked to smoke pot. They'd pass around a joint. And he, being a good Mormon boy, would always just take it and then pass it on to the next person. And here's where I really think that this is memory being colored, or else he's just making a statement as a good Mormon boy. He's older than I am now, so he's not a good Mormon boy anymore. But he said that, one of the main writers for the RuneQuest series and all this was a fellow named Greg Stafford, who was an incredible person. Had a large career, just immense, amazing thought. But he was saying that years later, he got called up by Greg Stafford, who was just going, gosh, I gave up smoking pot, and now I can write so much better, so much clearly. Right. I'm sure that happened, Sandy Peterson. Right. Weed affects everybody differently. So, who knows? I don't get stoned when I smoke for chronic pain, and I smoke 24/7, 365. If you see me on camera, if you see me in the world, if you see me, there is THC coursing through my system so I can move and walk. And while it affects my short-term memories a little bit, a little bit, there is an effect. Past that, I don't get things like, forehead anchor and eyelid magnet, except, weirdly enough, there are the two strains of weed. There's sativa and indica. Sativa has anxiety agonists, and it's very energizing. Indica has anxiety antagonists, so it's good for anxiety, and it tends to slow you down. Because of my untreated ADHD, I'm the exact opposite. I tend to fall asleep if I can avoid the anxiety, but the longer I've gotten away from the year 2000 and my brain and such has been able to recover from my years of alcoholism, the more I'm back to normal, except for, sativa used to really cause me anxiety. Now sativa's put me to sleep. Last night when I went walkies, I smoked some indica while I was out in a pre-roll. And you know what? I was like, whoosh, energized. I was ready to go out walking even further than I had been. So my body's fun and weird. But, you do what you do, and some people do. And maybe Greg Stafford wrote better after he quit smoking. Who knows? But I have a feeling that it wasn't quite in the way that this good Mormon boy remembers how exactly it happened. I wasn't there. I'm not Greg Stafford or Sandy Peterson. It could have happened exactly as stated. I just, knowing a bit about memory and how people tend to change things in time, tend to think that it probably didn't happen exactly in that fashion. But he was and is an amazing designer still. I mean, he's still making games, and he went from pen and paper to going into computer stuff and being a designer to going to id Software, where he did design. They didn't want to have designers, they just wanted artists. But when the artists and such saw what he could do, because he just picked up the stuff and was able to quickly learn how to design map levels, they said, okay, this is the kind of person we need. We're artists, we're not level designers. Please get a designer. And so he just did levels. Thumbs up for that. And now he's got kids, and he's still working and making games, and thumbs up for that. Now he is morbidly obese, which all you have to do is have, I believe, the last time I looked, it was if you're 100 pounds over your best weight, then that is morbidly obese. If you're under 100 pounds overweight, you're just obese. He's morbidly obese. He has, a very large, thick neck, and his body is big. And I'm not going to put that down, because I used to weigh 325 after the death of my wife. Now, I've been between 200 and 290 the whole time I was married to my wife. But then after she died, to try and survive things, I went and drank alcohol for a couple months. The only way I could live. And then I quit. So thank goodness for that. It was a very calculated risk. Very calculated. But during that time, I went from about 290 pounds to 325. Then, of course, I got really, really sick, couldn't eat, and lost half my body mass in like a month and a half. So I went from 325 to 160. Yay! It's fun. Past that, though, just surviving. I have not been sleeping well still. Joy. Except, of course, in here. I think I fell asleep 3 times yesterday, sitting in this chair. The problem with that is, it comes sneaking up on me so that by the time I realize that I'm sleepy, and then I really should get up and take a nap, when you get sleepy and tired, it affects your cognition. And by the time I realize that sleepiness is coming up on me, I am no longer able to think properly. And instead, what happens is I wake up an hour later going, oh, what time is it? Oh no. So it's not a good thing. I think I only stopped breathing once yesterday, so good. I'd like to get that down to 0. What I need to do, will I ever do it? I don't know. But what I need to do is start just setting a time aside for a nap. Now, the best time for a nap is something between 10 to 20 minutes, because past that you start your sleep cycle. And then when you wake up after that, you're logy because you were going down into your REM sleep, and boom, you're awake. So your mind isn't going to work properly because your brain isn't working properly for a while. So short breaks are good. If you're going to take a long nap, 2 hours, because it's an hour. It's roughly, approximately, on average, an hour and a half to go from wakefulness, which isn't really wakefulness. You're still asleep. It's just you're in the highest level of wakefulness while you're sleeping, down into REM sleep, and then back. Takes about an hour and a half. So you give 2 hours, that's time to fall asleep, and then time to wake up. Set your alarm for 2 hours, and that's okay too. So 20 minutes or 2 hours, but don't do in the middle, or you're just going to be, oh, no, I'm tired. So, thumbs up. Past that, just surviving, so that's definitely a thumbs up. Went walkies yesterday, as mentioned, and that's good. Definitely a thumbs up on that. Excuse me. I can't believe I coughed into my hand. I've been trying to remember. 90% of the time I remember to cough in at least my forearm, and I try to cough into my elbow. I still, because of 50 some odd years of practice, training, and habit, cough into my hand because they trained me as a child, cough into my hand. Yay, but you got to cough into your elbow. Luckily, I can do that a good 90% of the time. Thumbs up for that. And I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab. I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm just thanking you for having left a comment. If I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker. We're just not good at that. And of course, even though I count American Sign Language on the fingers of this hand with my brain, I'm lucky I can remember anything at all. Getting better all the time, but approaching a functional limit. Let me open up my Chrome. We have Panda, thank you very, very much. And Ray, well, I'll write you an answer. Choco Freak 21, greatly appreciated. Zombie Wolf, thumbs up and thank you. Guisshe Martinez, thank you very, very much. We have Shiny Plays, greatly appreciated. Ashley Harger, thumbs up and thank you. Ice Damon, Hokey Smokes, thumbs up. And Kathy Kisscat, good to see you in the comments. We have Sebastian Ferris, always good to clean up. It makes you feel better. The Green Dingus, thank you very, very much. It is appreciated. Dane Johnson, thumbs up. We have Nerdzilla FTW, greatly appreciated. We have Sus Boy, thumbs up and thank you. Little Cheese It, I like the name. Bailey Clifford, thumbs up and thank you. We have Hugo Silva, greatly appreciated. There is Russian Timing, good to see you in the comments. Thumbs up. 12 Spiders, Hokey Smokes. Elder Wolf 569, thumbs up and thank you. Nick ZTA, thumbs up. We have Flo T, thumbs up and thank you. Ollie B, greatly appreciated. And Abort Night, thumbs up. Colin Reisenauer, good to see you in the comments. And Potatotron, thank you so very, very much. It is appreciated, and that will be a perfect phone. Thank you. It is appreciated. Executive dysfunction and depression just blows chunks. It is appreciated to no end. Thank you all so very, very much. Thumbs up and thank you. Also, if you could check out my various links down below, I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. I'm able to pay my rent and eat food because of you people. Thank you very much. It is appreciated to no end. Now, if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I also have an Amazon wish list link down below. That would be cool if you could check that out. And if you wanted to help me out but you didn't want to send money to one of those two places, I have a PayPal link as well. That would be very cool if you could check that out as well. Now, as stated, I do not feel obligated, so do not feel entitled. I got that backwards again. Good Lord, my brain. Do not feel obligated. I don't feel entitled. And if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest. So thank you very much, my brain. I don't know why I have so much trouble with that statement too. I spoonerize that. It's weird. If you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. Definite thumbs up. And of course, if you could subscribe to the channel and hit that bell, that would be very cool and greatly appreciated. I would understand if you did not wish to, but if you are down with it, I will do my best to keep you entertained from now to the literal end of time. Ooh, cool movement with the fingers and hands. Thumbs up on that. It's so nice. I mean, my hands hurt, but they hurt so much less on Cannabis that I can actually do that. Thumbs up. I couldn't even write my name before I started Cannabis, and I was on 28 different meds and 45 milligrams of methadone, and I had gotten to the point that I could not even sign my name. Thumbs up. Now I'm on no meds except for Cannabis. It's a good thing. Well, I have this video. I have another video I need to record. Still need to do that thing for my game channel and let people know there that it's not over, so that'll be a good thing. Definitely a thumbs up. So, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, my friend, and that is a very good thing. Just try to not let anxiety and such get the best of you. We're going to make it through this, most of us. Hopefully you too will be one of us that makes it without too much trouble. So thumbs up, and I will see you, my friend.